can say pretty safely that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth. And it'll be Dalton again. And that is going to be incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Marshall. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time.
It got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Bengals. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13. And here's Marshall. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait.
He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 46 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Hunt. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
This is Marshall. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Keith Marshall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 66 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. It was Orlando Scandrick the one that time to knock it away. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final act of the first half, Dalton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. A final shot before break. Dalton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Dalton. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
368! 368!
Third and long. What will Dalton dial out? Going deep downfield for Ross. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A fourth down gamble with Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Fielded about a yard deep. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. It's second down. Dalton looking. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mixon trying to punch it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what they call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And shutting him off. Now open field. Room to run past midfield. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You've got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Chris Conley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Skirts by at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll run it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Left, 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 left.
We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. First target, first catch, and a first down. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point up and through. And that will extend this big lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
93, 52, 93.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton, 1st and 10. Green flexing his muscle. Over the middle, complete. That's Green. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after cat.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, 5. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker now to add the extra point. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here you go, Cam. Hey, check. 3 down.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. And the pitch goes to Mixon. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They go play action here on 1st down. To the left side here for Eifert. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
4 down. Check.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ace!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
368! 368!
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. This will be Dalton again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.